In an age ruled by thunderous footsteps and earth-shaking roars, the story of life was not written solely by the colossal. For every giant that claimed the sky and the land, a million smaller stories unfolded in the shadows, unseen, unheard, yet utterly unstoppable. This is their chronicle, the epic of the hidden survivors. Gentle atmospheric music begins, accompanied by the natural sounds of an ancient forest. Soft, dappled sunlight filters through the immense canopy. Life in the shadows was a world of its own, a vibrant, bustling kingdom that thrived beneath the colossal feet of dinosaurs. While the titans engaged in their grand dramas of dominance and survival, the world below teemed with an intricate web of life, a testament to nature's relentless drive to fill every possible niche. The forest floor was not merely soil and fallen leaves, it was a sprawling metropolis for the minute. Insects, the planet's most enduring pioneers, carved intricate tunnels and galleries through the heart of ancient wood, their tireless work breaking down fallen giants and returning nutrients to the earth. Armored beetles, shimmering with iridescent hues, scuttled through the undergrowth, their powerful mandibles capable of processing the toughest plant fibers. Dragonflies with wings like stained glass patrolled the clearings, their acrobatic flight a marvel of natural engineering as they hunted smaller flying insects. Tiny reptiles, their scales catching the fleeting rays of light, darted between the giant fronds of ferns, their movements a blur of speed and stealth. They were both hunters and hunted, living a life of constant vigilance in a world where a misplaced step from above could mean instant oblivion. The forest floor was their kingdom, a realm of miniature survivors playing out their own grand sagas of life, death, and adaptation. Among this thriving menagerie of small creatures, a new and revolutionary kind of predator was taking to the air, an evolutionary experiment that would forever change the course of life on Earth. They were light, astonishingly swift, and possessed an intelligence that set them apart. This was the era of the Microraptor, a small dromaeosaurid dinosaur that defied the terrestrial norms of its larger cousins. It was a creature born of the forest canopy, a silent glider that mastered the art of arboreal life. With 4 feathered wings, 2 on its arms and 2 on its legs, the Microraptor was a masterpiece of aerodynamic design. It would launch itself from the high branches of ancient conifers, gliding silently through the dense, humid air of the Cretaceous forest. Its movements were fluid and precise, a dark, feathered spectre against the filtered sunlight. With keen, forward-facing eyes that granted it superb binocular vision, it hunted with deadly precision. Its prey consisted of the abundant life that shared its treetop world, unsuspecting insects resting on leaves, small lizards basking on branches, and perhaps even the earliest, most primitive birds. Each successful hunt was a demonstration of a new evolutionary strategy, one that favored agility and intelligence over brute force. The very shape of life was being redefined, feather by feather, as evolution painted a new portrait of a predator. Meanwhile, hidden away from the grand theater of the dinosaurs, another lineage was quietly biding its time. In meticulously dug burrows deep beneath the rich soil, and in the hollows of fallen trees, the first true mammals waited. They were diminutive creatures, often no larger than a modern-day shrew or mouse, seemingly insignificant in a world dominated by reptilian behemoths. But what they lacked in size, they more than compensated for with their sharp minds and remarkable adaptability. While the dinosaurs ruled the day, these pioneering mammals became masters of the night. Their world was one of darkness and shadow, a realm navigated by heightened senses of smell, touch, and hearing. They learned to survive in the quiet hours when the great giants slept, their warm-blooded bodies giving them an advantage in the cool of the night. Under the cover of darkness, they foraged for insects, seeds, and fallen fruit, their small, nimble forms allowing them to access resources unavailable to their larger contemporaries. They were feeding, breeding, and evolving in a hidden world, their brains growing more complex with each passing generation. They were honing the very traits, intelligence, social behavior, and parental care that would one day allow their descendants to inherit the Earth. Then came the end of an era. The skies burned with a terrifying, otherworldly light, and the Earth trembled with the force of a cosmic impact. The Age of Giants came to a sudden, cataclysmic close, It was not the strong, the massive, or the powerful who would endure this global apocalypse. The Titans, for all their might, were too specialized, too dependent on a world that was now irrevocably shattered. It was the small who would inherit this broken world. It was the quick, the quiet, and the clever. It was the ones who could hide in the deepest burrows, sheltering from the fire and the fallout. It was the ones who could adapt their diets, subsisting on the scraps and detritus of a ruined ecosystem. It was the ones who could rebuild from the ashes, their small size and rapid reproductive cycles, allowing them to bounce back with astonishing speed. They were the masters of survival, the keepers of life's flame in its darkest hour. The giants fell, their thunderous reigns silenced forever. The earth changed, its landscape scoured and remade by fire and ice. But the sacred, unbroken legacy of life, tenacious and resilient, continued. From the ashes of the old world, a new age began to dawn. The age of mammals. The final shot shows a desolate, post-impact landscape. From a small burrow, a tiny furry creature cautiously emerges, sniffing the air of a new and empty world, its eyes reflecting the light of a new dawn.